Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's Theological Leftovers. I am wondering, are you scared? The reason I'm asking this question is because I've been noticing a little bit of a trend. Not that it hasn't been there for a while, but I guess I'm paying attention to it a little bit more, and maybe a few other people in our congregation are paying attention to it a little bit more. And that is that our worship, our life together, whether we knew it or not, it relies quite heavily on the traditions and the history of the church over the last 2,000 years. And sometimes I think that might make us a little bit uncomfortable. We might be a little bit scared of that. Let me give you some examples of what we're talking about. And then I want to ask you a couple of questions and get your feedback. Ash Wednesday, for example, if you look at the introit, or what we would call sometimes the Psalm of the day, our Psalms are not always from the book of Psalms or from the wisdom literature of the Scriptures. Sometimes it'll say in the antiphon part of it, liturgical text. It's not from the Scriptures. In fact, sometimes, like in Ash Wednesday, it's from the Apocrypha. Did you know that? Sunday, I found a wonderful prayer that's from an ancient book called the Didache, and I'm going to use that in the sermon on Sunday. It's not from the Bible, but we're going to use it. We, on Wednesdays, have been looking at some of the especially ancient traditions and symbols of the church and seeing what they can teach us about who God is, what He has done, and our life, to better understand our life together as the church. We've been looking at these pictures and things that people have put together to help us understand the Scriptures better. I got word that the women's Bible study, it's a good Bible study, great, highly recommend it. The ladies are doing a great job with their Bible study. I found out, though, from the folks leading it, that the Apocrypha is sometimes quoted as they're studying the book of Esther. Why? Is that okay? Sunday Bible class. This Sunday we are starting the book of Hebrews, and one of the things we're going to have to talk about from the very beginning is there have been times throughout the church, especially the ancient church at the very beginning, where the book of Hebrews was sometimes questioned whether or not it should be included as canon, as the Word of God in the New Testament. Should it be there or shouldn't it be there? These sort of conversations have been going on off and on throughout the church for as long as the New Testament church has been around. Right? The reason I ask these questions is because they're around. They pop up from time to time, and they tend to worry and scare many Lutherans. They force us to ask the question, what is our relationship and our responsibility to the church's history and traditions? What should we do with what the church over the last 2,000 years has passed on to us and given to us? Do we have a responsibility to these things? And what is that responsibility? I'm curious, as you hear about symbols and traditions and readings that aren't necessarily scriptural, but that are used in our liturgies, how does that make you feel? Does it worry you? Does it scare you? What? I'm looking for feedback from you. What sort of questions do these things, as you hear about them, what kind of questions do they raise? Possibly what kind of fears do they create? Let me know what you think about these things, because we are finding they're, in fact, when we look, all over the place. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation about this. All right? God bless you all. God bless your week.